Hi everyone, welcome to Orange Hatter. This is your host Tali. Welcome to the first episode where I will share a little bit about who I am and the mission that I am on to share Bitcoin with as many women, moms, grandmas, daughters, sisters as possible. I came to Bitcoin not very long ago. My husband spent several years elbowing me because he had heard from various podcasters this thing called Bitcoin. And the more that he heard, the more convinced he was that Bitcoin would be important as a future part of society. And he was frustrated with all the stuff that's going on in the monetary system, especially with the debasing of our dollar. And he kept poking me and saying, this Bitcoin thing is going to be important. We need to know about it so we can tell our kids. And I just, honestly, I didn't have time in the beginning. I didn't have the emotional bandwidth. I was homeschooling 4 kids through high school. My schedule was crazy. And honestly, I just did not appreciate him adding one more thing to my plate. So I put up the hand and I said, listen, I don't have time. I don't understand. I am not a computer whiz. I don't understand how zeros and ones can even be considered money. Can you please not talk to me about it anymore? Well, Scott didn't quit. He kept poking me and asking me to watch this video and read this book. I did indulge him a couple of times. I watched a video explaining the Bitcoin blockchain, and everything just sounded like it was Greek to me. I could not understand anything that these videos were talking about. So Scott said, okay, I will make you a deal. I will put it in something physical, something tangible that you can see and touch and move around. So he made his very first prototype. He tried to explain the Bitcoin blockchain to me by using Mahjong tiles, and he cut out little pieces of paper and put labels on them, and he created this game. And he said, do you understand now? And I looked at him like, no, I don't understand now. So he went back and worked on it some more, studied him more himself, showed me another prototype. And he said, do you understand now? I said, no, I don't understand. So he went back and forth a few more times. Finally, he came up with a version that I did understand, and he took it to his brother, who is a very enthusiastic board gamer, and showed it to his brother. He said, this is what I'm using to teach Tali about Bitcoin. And his brother looked at it and said, it is so boring. Nobody's going to want to play it, and you're not going to be able to teach anybody anything. So Scott went back to the drawing board, and it was over the course of 2 years before he finally got it to a version where I played it, I understood it, our kids played it, they understood it. And once we accepted that it was something that was even possible to understand, then I started asking questions. I read a book, resonated with it, and we took a trip for our wedding anniversary. We ended up going to Miami 22. Scott wanted to go listen to all the speakers, and I said, no, I want to go to the exhibitor hall. I want to see people eyeball to eyeball, and I want them to show me the different types of wallets, how you move money in and out. Explain the system to me. What is a miner? Show me what a miner is, that kind of thing. And so we spent a weekend there, and that was when for me, finally everything clicked. It took time. It took sort of like a little chipping away of the block on Scott's part to help me get to the point where I understand it enough to start asking questions, to start becoming curious. That's what I want to give to you through bite-sized nuggets, through personal stories of the guests that I'm going to invite on the show. And I don't want you to worry about me going into anything technical, because we use the internet every day and we don't understand the technical aspect of it, but we benefit from the convenience of it. And there are so many advantages that we enjoy today because of the internet that was never even possible pre-internet days, right? So I want you to think of Bitcoin in the same way. Do you need to know all the nitty-gritty of Bitcoin? No. You just need to get to some level of comfort to be able to enjoy the benefit of the Bitcoin system. That's my goal. And I want the episodes that I present to you to be very raw, almost like you're sitting next to us on a bus and I'm having a conversation with my guest and you're just listening. If something catches your attention, maybe you'll lean in a little bit more. I want it to be very casual. I want it to be women to women, very relatable. Everybody I bring on the podcast, I want to be someone that one of you can relate to. So that is my goal. And if you have any questions, I encourage you to reach out to me or the guest that I bring onto the show. And I ask that you be very patient with yourself. This is a long-term game. So think of it as chipping away at a block. You want to just take a little bit, and you got to chip it off a little bit and a little bit. Or think of it as taking baby steps. Literally, baby steps over time will add up to incredible distances. So give yourself patience. And also, I want to say, you have such influence over our next generation. There's nobody who has greater influence over children than their mother. And our children's future are at stake. Whether you stand on the right side or the left side or the middle of the political spectrum, I think the truth is there for all to see. Our money is in trouble. It is being debased every single day. Everything becomes more expensive because the value of the money that we hold in our pocket continues to decrease. So what is the solution? Are our kids just doomed to live in a society where they can't count on saving for something important? They always have to go into debt in order to afford something? No, that is not the future we want for them, because that is a future of servitude, right? There is no hope in that. But there is hope. There's Bitcoin. And if you've been sitting on the fence, I invite you to join us, me and the guests that I will invite onto this show, and keep an open mind. You hold such key to our nation's future, to our children's future. And I thank you for listening. And I hope you have a really great time with us. See you at the next episode. Bye.